During the Vietnam War, U.S. Navy pilots were finding themselves in dogfights they had not been adequately trained for. Their inadequate training, paired with the cumbersome F-4 Phantom that had not been designed for air superiority, left U.S. pilots at a disadvantage, going up against the new Soviet fighters that had been designed for air superiority.
The basic problem is that our stable of Navy fighters to meet these threats is rapidly losing its edge. Our F-8 Crusader was started in late 1952, over 15 years ago. It became operational 11 years ago. Our F-4 was a clearly superior fighter when it became operational in 1961. Now the gap is closing. It is a tribute to the skill of the nation's fighter pilots that a high kill ratio has been maintained in Vietnam. We cannot depend on maintaining this margin indefinitely. The time has come to equal the skill of our fighter pilots with a far superior fighter aircraft.
Recognizing the need for a new advanced fighter aircraft, the U.S. Navy initiated the VFX program in the late 1960s. The program aimed to develop a new air superiority fighter that could address the shortcomings of the F-4 Phantom and provide superior performance in both air-to-air combat but also air-to-ground combat. The requirements specified for the new VFX fighter included long-range interception capabilities, enhanced agility, and the ability to carry and launch advanced air-to-air missiles. Several aerospace manufacturers submitted proposals, including Grumman, McDonnell Douglas, and General Dynamics. Grumman's design proposal ultimately won the competition, and the company was awarded the VFX contract in 1969. The VFX program had been a tremendous success, with the F-14 Tomcat taking its maiden flight in December 1970. The Tomcat incorporated numerous technological innovations and advanced features, such as variable sweep wings, advanced avionics, and a twin-engine configuration. Its powerful AN/AWG-9 radar system is capable of tracking multiple targets at long ranges. It was also armed with AIM-54 Phoenix, AIM-7 Sparrow, and AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles, as well as an M61 Vulcan 20mm cannon, which the F-4 Phantom lacked unless it was equipped with an external gun pod. The F-14 Tomcat's variable sweep wings allowed the pilot to adjust wing sweep angle depending on the aircraft's airspeed and mission requirements. At low speeds or during takeoff and landing, the wings were extended forward for increased lift and better low-speed handling. At high speeds, the wings were swept back to reduce drag and enable supersonic flight. Along with the variable sweep wings, the F-14 featured two large vertical stabilizers that improved directional stability and control, particularly at high angles of attack. This contributed to the aircraft's exceptional maneuverability and high-performance capabilities. The cockpit was designed to have a tandem two-seat configuration, with the pilot in the front seat and the radar intercept officer in the back seat. This arrangement allowed for better workload distribution and increased situational awareness, as the radar intercept officer was responsible for managing the radar, communications, and weapon systems. The pilot focused on flying the aircraft. The F-14 was powered by two engines, which provided over 55,000 pounds of thrust with afterburner, and improved safety by allowing the aircraft to continue flying even if one engine was lost. Early F-14A models used the Pratt & Whitney TF-30 engines. The F-14 underwent several upgrades to enhance its capabilities. The F-14B featured improved General Electric F-110 engines, allowing the Tomcat to reach speeds of over 1,500 miles per hour. The F-14D added upgraded avionics, an AN/APG-71 radar, and compatibility with additional weapons such as the AIM-120 AMRAAM and AGM-88 HARM missiles. These measures allowed the Tomcat to have a deadly range of over 115 miles. The F-14 Tomcat was first delivered to the United States Navy in 1972. The first operational squadrons, VF-1 Wolfpack and VF-2 Bounty Hunters, received the aircraft in 1973, and shortly thereafter, in 1974, they were conducting their first carrier operations. The F-14's primary mission during this period was to provide air defense for the Navy's carrier battle groups, replacing the old F-4 Phantom as the fleet's primary interceptor. The F-14 would be involved in two notable air-to-air engagements in the Gulf of Sidra off the coast of Libya in the 1980s. The first occurred in 1981 when two F-14s from the USS Nimitz engaged and shot down two Libyan Sukhoi 22 fighters. The second incident occurred in 1989 when F-14s from the USS John F. Kennedy shot down two Libyan MiG-23 floggers.
I got the second one on the nose right now.
Hey, I'm high cover on you.
Lock him up. Lock him up. Bam! Shoot him, Fox 2! I can't, I don't have a fucking phone. So what? Good kill!
Hey, good kill.
Despite its numerous capabilities, the F-14 Tomcat was an expensive aircraft to maintain and operate, which ultimately led to its retirement in 2006. It was replaced with the more cost-effective F-18 Super Hornet. A total of 712 Tomcats were produced between 1969 and 1991. The only operational F-14s are in service with Iran. All US F-14s are rendered inoperable due to being shredded in 2007 in order to prevent Iran from obtaining spare parts. However, many of them are still on static display in museums. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.